Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. Long time since I've been doing a report, since I've been having, like I said, it's a total bad internet. Well, this is the report for the Shreveport live edition of Raw from Shreveport, Louisiana. Well, it wasn't actually a Raw live event because all the major stars were not. The Raw the previous week, of course, the firings of three certain wrestlers, Ryback, Eric Rowan, and Dolph Ziggler, the favorite copy of the Sacramento show, but they didn't give much detailed results. From Sacramento, California, I mean, the matches were the same as the finishes. There were some interesting moments, though. Kane got a pretty sizable face reaction at first, and this was not a crowd that seemed like a contrarian smart crowd. That being said, Swagger was very much over. Of course, we, the people, before the show started on the Tron, yes, the Titantron was there, and also the PSA announced a fan choice vote on whether we can have a single Divas match or a six-person tag later on, which started off within 10 minutes of a 90% votage on in the arena, supposedly, on the app or on the, what do you call it, the text message. Then we got an advertisement out about Tyler Breeze, who looked like a young, very young Christian. It looked like he still had the glasses, just transferred over to Tyler Breeze. Who came out with a mirror or a cell phone and reminded myself of the Rick Martel, the model gimmick, with the perfume Arrogance. He can wrestle. I've seen some of his ring work on the NXT and other companies on the Indie Fed. And the first matchup was Justin Gabriel defeating Adam Rose and the Rosebuds. After the match, Rose took down a smaller man in a suit who was with the Rosebuds, maybe 80, 95 pounds, diva size. One other guy dressed like a Viking looked like Joey Mercury from the J&J Security, but wasn't sure as he had more muscles on him. Of course, a lot larger. And Tyler Breeze versus Darren Young ended up with Big Show attacked them both. First off was Darren Young getting chokeslammed first, and then Show hesitated a minute before nailing Tyler Breeze as he just stared him down. And the match was pretty good. Give it a few more moments, Darren Young would have won the match, but it was better than a normal Divas match, working like a mid-card style, not just a filler match. Match number 3, Kane versus Jack Swagger. Kane was a lot better and faster than his match, which was a well improved since the match that they did on TV with Shelton Benjamin a few years back. And the finish came as a counter from a Patriot lock that Swagger had locked in to the big boot combo chokeslam. Match number 4, the Usos defeated The Miz and Mizdow. This was the comedy match of the evening, and the Usos retained the title as Mizdow easily was the best actor in this performance. Maybe they have him wrestle himself. Then Miz did his Emmy nomination gig. As the Usos stopped his mic work, and the crowd, of course, wanted Mizdow in the match as the Usos pointed for a cheer vote to clearly got Mizdow winning, and he even told the Miz that it was Mizdow that actually won the titles that when they had won them. Obviously, Usos won with their finisher, the Uso Crazy Splash Combo. And then they had intermission, which they heavily advertised that the T-shirts. That's what I have on. I'll just sit up, maybe you can see it. RR Roman Reigns T-shirt. Already had the old live event from the SmackDown from years ago when The Rock was here for a SmackDown show. My overall impression of this event was a B-rated SmackDown show. Well, after intermission, the returning Alex Riley versus Sin Cara. And Sin Cara won almost easily, but it was a back and forth match. Alex Riley was a classic heel performance, which is awesome, as he has not been in wrestling action since his injury. I even forgot what his finisher was. It's been so long that he hasn't wrestled, which he gave Sin Cara, but Sin Cara made it to the ropes and got the momentum and won with a swanton. Sin Cara's entrance did not have the springboard like they have for TV, as he just came down the ring, around the ring by halfway around, and got up on the apron and got on in the ring. Well, the voting was that Naomi, Emma, and Summer Rae versus Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks, and Cameron. As Naomi got the pinfall with the butt-to-face finisher after the others gave theirs as well. Sasha was damn good in her performance, as she is an athlete. I have seen her in ring work, such as Tyler Breeze. Well, a hot woman as well. Given the chance, she'll bring up the Divas division a hell of a lot. And your main event, Roman Reigns defeated U.S. champion Rusev by disqualification as Big Fart Show interfered in the disqualification finish. Roman came through the middle, through the area, since I was like 3 seats from actual ringside, the guard railing when he come up, which was about 4 rows from the back where I wanted my tickets to be, because mainly that 3/4 of that row minus the two end seats were available. Same thing with the following row and the next row behind me. Well, at the end of my row, which was a 16th, 17th seat, well, no, I had seat 17. It starts off 15 and then goes all the way to 30. And it splits off at the 15 from the other side of the arena. Well, that seat, like I said, 30 on the other side of that guard railing. You got well, don't even know if it was guard railing there. Well, Roman Reigns appeared from the exit entrance, whatever you call it, at the other side of the arena, as it was heavily guarded with security on one side and security on the other side and police officers on both sides. Also, well, back to the ring. Has a massive pop. Of course, the face pop got the most loud crowd. And without Rick, the what do you call it? The guy that's traveling around with him, the sign guy. Yeah, I apologize, Rick, if you're watching my videos again. Well, he was the main one cheering on the crowd to get the crowd into it, because the crowd was totally dead. I was even cheering during the A-Rye matches. I'm a heavily supporter of A-Rye, because he's a lot damn better than The Miz. Of course, who ain't? Formulated the gimmick of, who's better than Canyon? Well, who's better than Miz? A-Rye. As I supported him and let him know face to face, because this music is, say it to my face. Well, I said it to his face. I was a big supporter of him. Even the crowd turned around like I was crazy, and there was another crazy fool behind me who was shouting everything, cheering on the heel guys for the event. You could almost hear it as a pin drop in the crowd. Well, after the match, Big Show did stop at my row, where it looked like he was staring right through this kid that was sitting on his dad's shoulders. And I was telling the dad to put him on the chair. Well, Big Show just looked straight at me and said, "Yeah, remember me?" Yeah, we grew up together. Kind of like was a border brawl back in when I was high school ish. I played football, and they had the All-Star game. Well, South Carolina versus Georgia. You might say Augusta versus North Augusta. Well, I went head-to-head on him. Well, knocked his butt down. And that was Now you know the rest of the story. Well, apparently Big Show is listed as 7 foot tall. Seemed like even Swagger was taller than him. Well, a little smaller even. Swagger was even smaller than my last appearance in Bossier City. Swagger is listed as 6'5". Big Show stopped, like I said, right in front of me. He also stood. It looked like it was barely 6'1", 6'2". And he even gave him a small wink as he was leaving. Continued to walk and back up the entrance and gave his little giant pose and then left. So back, I did get pictures, and I will post them on my Facebook account. All the pictures that I went to the show with, well, that I took from the show, and the result of that, like I said, the match, Roman Reigns obviously won, and Roman Reigns posed for the crowd, walked around the crowd, he even shook a couple of hands. We're halfway up the entranceway on both sides. I think I got a couple of pictures of him. It looked real close, but it was like 4 or 5 feet away. Still looked closer. And the match of the night was A-Rye. He was the biggest speaking heel of the night as a wrestler. His comments about Shreveport were harsh, giving the crowd plenty of ammo to throw back at him. He and Sakara, in my opinion, was the best match of the card. High flying action, strikes, true athleticism. A-Rye showed no ring rust either. Lana, of course, was the biggest heel manager only of the night. Though her opening words were, "Shreveport, Louisiana, we are not impressed. Your city is disgusting." Everything else was inaudible because of the boos, and that's awesome. Reigns had a huge ovation, and to his credit, was very decent on the mic, and had some nice spots in the match. My overall opinion of the event, again, was in a sense the lackluster of some certain stars missing, was a B-rated SmackDown show. A lot of younger talent were here with some returns as A-Rye was to my surprise, we are friends on Facebook, also on Twitter, and also my PlayStation Network. He is one, in my opinion, a main event talent. Way much better than The Miz for sure. And that concludes my Shreveport, Louisiana results for the live event. January 11th, 2015. Thanks again. Peace out. God bless. See you on the Bay. By the way, if you don't know, you better call me, bro.